I was sitting on the bed, you were sitting on the edge of the bed, Indy's on the other bed, and I make eye contact with Indy, and we start saying something about how some new girl at the PC is talking shit about you. Or saying that she wanted to do your like rose gimmick or something, and then all vividly in my head, and me and Indy are like trying so hard not to laugh. Obviously,
no,
we
it was
told
the
her this
girl.
wasn't true.
You guys, I remember you guys told me it was the girl.
Yes.
She might not be there anymore.
Yeah, don't.
No, don't say. Okay.
But obviously, we told Mandy this was a joke. We were just nothing against the girl either. We were just we were just making a story to get Mandy riled up. And all I remember is like we say this to you, and I have this vivid memory of you in my head. You get up off the bed and you're like, "I'm gonna say something. Should I say something?" She's like, "Oh, I'm saying something. You dare me?" You're like, "You dare me?" And me and Indy are like dying laughing.
I 100% remember
and
this
we're like,
now.
"No, Mandy, we're just fucking with you." But it's
you
like
guys
that
had me
all the time. We do that to everybody, and like it's gotten back to bite us in the ass a few times. Like Bailey has gotten us back like a few good times.
Oh, I think you told me the story.
Yeah.
Bailey. Yeah. Well, that's why I love you guys, because you're such jokesters, and I'm like the biggest jokester too.
I just don't take anything too seriously.
Never. And I think that's what people get like a misconception with me too, because I come from a very like silly family.
And that's why I feel like we're the same.
Yeah.
Like, we're never actually being super serious.
That's why sometimes Sabby is like, okay, enough, Mandy, because like he's like good with it, but like then, you know, like I've messed with him all the time and he's like, "You're annoying." And I'm like, I know, I'm just a jokester. And I think I get it from my mom's side of the family because they're so weird and silly.
That's
like
how my
they
mom
think
is
like,
too.
yeah, exactly. Like they just think, and my dad was not really like that.
Yeah.
My dad's like really funny and like cool when he has a couple Glenlivets in him. But like
my mom thinks like the stupid stuff is funny. Like
same.
I do too.
And my dad
so,
looks at that like that's like not that.
And then I find Indy, and so does she, and then you.
I know,
and, then
and that's why we
Roxy,
got
and it's
along
just, like,
so
the
well.
Mix of like a bunch of idiots.
I know. Can we get a reunion soon? Because it's making me like reminisce.
I missed our yacht party like 2 years ago.
Yeah, we're gonna get a yacht party, and maybe we'll get a good photographer too to get some like.
We'll have Indy be our OnlyFans photographer.
Oh, that'd be good. She'd be
subscribe
really
to her YouTube and subscribe to her OnlyFans
at the same time. No, she's killing it on her YouTube. I love that. I love Indy.
She's so like
she's the best.
Creative and like the different stuff that
With
she
her little
does.
freaking GoPro that she comes around at signings. I'm like, oh my god.
Sometimes she like builds builds Lego on her Twitch too.
Oh my god, I know.
She's the best.
She's so, you know what, when we say that. Okay, anyway. So you're doing good. Obviously, you're in good spirits, and I love that. And I could tell you're doing good from spending the day with you, and I'm happy for that. So like I was saying before, too, when I was driving, it was like, you know, there is like a little bit of a weight off your shoulders. It's nothing against them. You know, they're a great company. And like you said, I just really see a really good path for you coming up. And I'm really excited to see what's next for you. I know you have a bunch of bookings. I know we've been chatting a lot, and it gets overwhelming, of course, when you leave or get released.
Especially at first, before I found like a management team and like people to help me, it was just immediate like, and I'm an anxious person in general, all right? Like I got a lot of anxiety. So that was like the influx of everything. I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can handle this. But that's why 2 weeks before I got fired, I texted Mandy, because just seeing like, even before I even thought about getting fired, I just always looked at you as someone who I looked up to in the way of like, you've built your brand from, I don't want to say from nothing, because you did come from like your bikini stuff and Tough Enough and wrestling and everything, but you were with WWE, and it's not like that didn't matter. It gave you the platform that it did, but you are so much bigger now, I feel like, than you were with them, and you did it like all yourself from your own brand. So I'm like,
that means a lot, yeah.
I knew that I would come to you, and you're always so willing to help and like always so giving and everything like that. So
I want to see you guys. I want to see other women do well. Like that whole like competition thing. Like listen. I mean, yeah, I got some competition now. You know, new OF queen. But I want to see you do well. And when you came to me, I was like, girl, I reached out to my whole management team. I said, listen, I don't know. I said, but you know, I gave them the scoop, and like they're just a great team to be like ready for everything, like right off the bat. I mean, I think you had a conversation with them like the following day or like whatever it was. Yeah. And I know, you know, you have other help with like your bookings and your signings and all that, and it's great. But I'm really excited for this chapter for you, and I'm excited to really like kind of go along with you toward, you know, in this journey, just hear about it, because I think you're gonna learn so much and grow so much from this, like. The outside look, like I think at the end of the day, you know, they always say the light at the end of the tunnel, but I think like you're gonna look back and be like, wow, I almost think you were in a place that like this needed to happen.
Yeah.
In a weird way, like everything happens for a reason. I know it sounds cliche, but it really does. Like maybe you weren't in a good place at that moment. And I know you had, you know, you've had a really great run and you developed a good name for yourself and a good brand, but that's how it should be done.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that compliment for me, because I tried it, and I think you remember when I used to try to tell the girls, like, listen, build your brand, you know, post your pictures, do whatever it is that you want to do. Like if your hobby is like gardening in your backyard, like make it a thing.
Yeah.
Use social media as your platform to make that a thing. So then, you know, it's so random, but like when you do get that call or when something happens, it's like, oh, now I have this hobby that I could probably make into something. Like I know girls that are on social media as influencers or just started as like models or whatever it may be. But I just saw one girl recently and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Like I might get into that. Like she now like does interior decorating because I've been renovating a house and I've been learning a lot. I'm probably not going to do that, but it could be something.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, why not? Like
exactly. You have all this free time and like just the platform and the money. Like you have everything to build yourself now.
Exactly.
So it's like nice to not be in a box. Now,
exactly.
To like be able
and that's
to
what
do
it
everything.
is. Like you get pigeonholed sometimes in WWE because listen, everyone wants to make it on the big stage. You want to have that big WrestleMania match. You want to be women's champion. We all want to get to that point, just like in any job. You want to get a raise. You want to get to the highest point you can get to make the most money that, you know, but at the end of the day, it's not always about that. It's about the climb to get to that.
Yeah.
And the experiences and the people that you meet to get to that point, because those things are going to be with you forever.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think I said this to someone else, like there are a few things that I didn't get to do there, at least for now, like winning the NXT title. That I would have liked to do that. But honestly, like, I feel like that's really only it. When I really think about everything else I like wrote in my bucket list as a child and just even wanted a few years ago, I did it all. I got my action figure.
You did it all,
wrestled
girlfriend.
my idols. I became like close with my idols. I wrestled people I wanted to wrestle. I traveled. I had merch. I did everything I wanted to do as a fan besides winning the NXT title. So
but does that like no, not for nothing? And I had the NXT, but like what? Sometimes we get so caught up in these titles.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like you win the NXT title, okay, great. It's like a credibility thing, but like you've done some really amazing things that are way better than winning the NXT title.
Yeah, I think it's just
you
one of those
became friends
things
with your idols like CM Punk. Like that's like so freaking cool.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where it's like in the back of my head, it's like, ugh, it's like that one thing where it was like I almost did everything.
I know. No,
like,
I totally get it. Trust me, I was there too, and I think we're warped a little bit into thinking like that's the main goal.
Yeah,
and it's a goal. Yeah, but I just don't think like I think a perfect example would be like The Miz. Yeah, and like he does such an amazing job with this in the aspect of being such a good character and brand, and he's made a hell of a lot of money and he's done amazing things, but like he doesn't need to have a title. Yeah. Like he does great with everything he does. He gets booked to host TV shows. Like you want to be mainstream because we all know like once this is over, like if you don't want to wrestle anymore, if you do want to wrestle, like you were part of the Mecca, like yeah, you may, especially when you get older, but it's like there are so many other opportunities. Like why not get, you know, put into or hosting or get involved into other things because you got to make a living. Like
why would I not take all the opportunities unless it's something I like am morally against or something I don't want to do or something like that. It's like right now is the time in my life, career wise and age wise, to do all these things.
100%. And you need to enjoy your life, live your best life.
And I feel present for like the first time in my life ever. It's funny, which is so weird because it's like
Sonia says that a lot too.
Like I don't know, it's just like go, 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 and you're worried about everything, and you have something's always in the back of your head, and something personal's happening on the side, and it's always something, and it's like, it almost just like went quiet.
Yeah.
Like,
well, our brains, while we were there, were so like always thinking, like you said, about what's next, but also like what that person told me that I need to work on, and I feel like, did I work on it? It's a constant battle in your brain of like, did I get there? And then they just told me that I'm killing. Okay, great. Like even at my top of, you know, I thought I was killing it, and I was in NXT and double champ and all this. Like there's still things that go through your mind.
Yeah, it's just
and
natural.
Afterwards, it's natural.
And I feel like and again, nothing against WWE. It's just like being coached, and I think they just don't ever want you to get complacent, which is great. But also at the same time, it almost felt a lot of times like when you would reach a certain level of confidence, it was like they had to knock you back down a few notches.